So right now, I'll pull Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's going to start rejecting this and start heading back down, filling in this liquidity void. Ultimately, maybe getting here, if not, probably to this mitigation block right here. At least filling in some of that liquidity void. So with that being said, why do I think that it's going to do that? So obviously you have this liquidity void, you have this change in direction right here, but I'm also going to try to use some on-chain data and volume. So with that being said, right now I am on BitMEX, which is the smart, it seems like BitMEX is kind of like the smarter money in a sense. Everything else has not really been correlated the best. So right now, what I'm thinking is that right now we've just had longs built up over and over and over, net long positions right here, all the way up from basically $7 million. So we have a lot of money built up right here from whenever this dip was. And because of this, we had a wipe in short positions. So we already had a wipe in short positions, but in shorts it bottomed out, but now it's starting to build back up again. So with that being said, I'm thinking that because we have that on-chain, we have the regular analysis, but then we also are looking at this, it seems like we're going to start having a reversal and possibly a sweep of all this long. So looking at this right here, this is where most of our volume is down here. We have a step up in this range up here, but if you see, we have this push down right here. It's a new day, so we don't really have much information, but we can see a strong rejection off of this high over here at 42,600. Somewhat of a new POC around here, around 42,600. Or 42,460. So we're gonna let this play out a little bit, but that's my thought process right now. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't know why the VWAP just did that. It's kind of fucked. So I made last night, kind of explaining my thought process for getting into a trade, a short on Bitcoin. So we'll go back to the chart, take a look at this, zoom in a little bit more. So we had this change in direction up here. I need to put it back on. I believe, where is it? I believe I was like right up here targeting this at the high and targeting down either here or at a mitigation block right here as a potential take profit. So those are the two areas I was looking at. So I had my on-chain, point of interest for reversal was this 1 hour supply. This large wick followed by a change in direction. So that was my just analysis from the chart, my technical analysis, but then I also used my on-chain analysis right here and saw that we had basically right before the whole sweep, we had shorts building up right here around from, 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And we just had basically our longs not being swept at all throughout the day. And I figured there must be some sort of sweep that must happen to kind of gain liquidity, because liquidity is already taken from the shorts. So you figure it bounces back and takes liquidity from the longs. So seeing that, we kind of had this stagnation and then eventually sweep down here around midnight, taking out this area, the stop losses, immediate stop losses, and got all the way back to 3 o'clock on the 18th. So basically, if anyone had a type stop loss after this point in time right here, it would have most likely been swept on this pullback right here, taking out all this. So that was my basically on-chain analysis, as well as my technical analysis for my reasoning for getting in on the trade. So just a good little review to look back on. I believe also, where was this? Yeah, when I was looking at this over here, most of the volume was consolidated. I can refer back to that video, but most of the volume was consolidated down below this point of control around 42,300. And because of that, I just saw that if we move below this, we would have gotten a sweep of all this volume, all these stop losses, and quickly gone down, filled this liquidity void on the way up, and at least gotten to here. I didn't think that we would maybe get a sweep down here. I mean, it's always a possibility, but I wasn't targeting that. I was just kind of targeting maybe hitting a supply and somewhat being bullish in a sense, and maybe just retesting and going up. So Bitcoin has some weird structure at the moment, but I want to recap this because I think it's somewhat valuable to see.